some people say couch kind of molds to their body-ish, or however, wherever they sit the most, pretty much. So something like so. I'm gonna say, all right. Next, what you can do is you can also bring up the interpolation to make the object smoother or not so smooth. Okay, 6 or 8 works fine. I'm just gonna stick with 8 for now. Okay, you can also add a turbo smooth right on top to make it smoother. So it kind of brings these edges in, interpolation to smooth, to round these out a bit more. Okay, so this kind of looks a little artistic, kind of like, college kiddish. Again, college student-ish kind of couch, where comfortable yet simple. So raise it up a little bit, not too high, because we want to keep it kind of low. Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a frame under here. Now we're also going to do a couch in a tutorial coming up after this one, where we create a more traditional couch, but this is just, just a simple way to make a couch, pretty much. Okay. And also the same thing, you can add a FFT cylinder on here. Go into control points, and you just move some of these vertices up or down depending. So it kind of, you just play with the mold shapes a little bit, kind of just a hair here and there, so it's not fully even all the time. Okay, so something like so, real simple. All right, now same thing for the bottom. Actually, we're gonna start with creating boxes for the bottom. Okay, now you can have one box and extrude it out, have all the 4 legs come out of it. You could have one line kind of pulled out and stuff, but a box usually works fine, because it's just going to be a simple 4-legged frame. So what we're going to do is draw one box about so high. Okay, now just match the length. It doesn't have to be very thick, so I could bring the height down a little bit, bring that up. Kind of what you want to do is you want to kind of push it into the cushion. Okay, so you want to make it look like it's part of the couch. Okay, I'm gonna hit F4. Okay, I'm kind of looking at it from the bottom now. Now, no matter how curvy your couch is, your frame has to be straight. Okay, what I'm going to do is bring down my height segments to none, my width segments to 3, my length to none, to 1. Okay. Next, what I want to do is go to Edit Poly, go to Vertex, and what I want to do is I want to pull these vertices to this corner and these vertices to this corner. Okay, just like so. Next thing I want to do is I want to create the back frame at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to move this guy down. And note when I move it, I only move it on the Y-axis. I'm going to leave it as a copy. Do not make it an instance. Leave it as a copy. Click OK. Okay. Next, I'm going to go to polygon level. Click on these two guys. Okay, so the two on the bottom. Now, using either perspective, left or front, you can extrude these out. So I'm going to use my bevel. I'm going to pull them out, and I'm going to bend them in just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to hit on the little plus sign, 0 at my extrude, 0 at my bevel. I'm going to bring up my bevel, hit on the plus sign again, 0 at my bevel, extrude my thing up. Okay, oops. Lost my thing here. really quick. There we go. And click on the OK button. So there we have the front. Okay. I'm actually going to delete this back part for now and then bring it up when I need it again. Okay. Now, no, it's very symmetrical, very simple, nothing fancy at all. Next thing I want to do is select these inside polygons. Okay, on both sides. Okay. And same thing, click on bevel, and I want to zero out my bevel, and all I want to do is just bring out my height. Okay. Now when I bring out my height, I only want to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up all the way, just like halfway, pretty much. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror this object. So both it so you don't so I don't have to model the back. I just have to model the front. Okay, or just one side, just like so. Okay. And I'm going to click on OK to finish that. Actually, we could bring this out a little bit more. So just select your vertices and bring them out a little bit more. Okay, next thing is you want to go to the edge level, draw a marquee around the center. Okay, so just center of this object. And you want to click on connect. Okay, when you click on connect, and I'm going to change the color here so you guys can see a little better. When you click on connect, you get segments. Okay, I'm going to click on 2 segments, and we're going to use pinch to bring these in, like so. Okay, click on OK. Go to polygon level again, click here, click on bevel. It should already keep the setting from the last one, so you should be okay. I'm actually bring that out a little bit, just a little there, and click OK. Now you can bring this down, push it down a little bit so it's not going too much through the couch, like so. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in a modifier called symmetry. When you add the modifier called symmetry, what it does is it creates this orange mirror in the middle of the object, and it mirrors it on either side. Okay. Now, if you look at it, it's mirroring it on the x-axis. Because if I'm looking at the x-axis, it's it's flat. It's mirroring it this way. Now, I want to mirror on the y-axis. So all I have to do is just change it to y over here. Okay. I'm not gonna get the result I'm looking for right away. Okay. So what I want to do is click on the little plus sign, go to symmetry, and move this mirror back on the y-axis. So if I move it farther away, you guys can see how it's mirroring them, but if I bring them closer, you can see how it's combining them in the middle here. So I don't have to select, I don't have to do or make the other side. I just have to make one side. Okay. Now here's the cool part. Select this, go back, jump down a level to vertex. Now my legs are too long, so I can go to my left viewport here, select these legs, so I can move them up to my 0, 0 plane. Click on vertex here, and then voila, the other side does it by itself. Let's go back into perspective viewport. Okay, so there's my simple, very college kiddish kind of, very modernish, very simple kind of couch. Now you can add in pillows and stuff like that if you need to, but that's up to you. Next, I'm going to move this right on top of this box here. Click on this box, delete it, don't need it. Okay, now I'm going to select the base. Now, what you want to do is you want to save this file how it is. Okay, so I'm going to shift move it and say copy and hide this out. Just leave that how it is. Okay, because this is our reference up. So if you mess up, you can always come back to this one. This one, what I want to do is I want to delete my turbo smooth on both of these. Okay, and I'm going to select the base of it. I'm going to right click, say convert to editable poly, attach in my the pillows and my base to it. Now note how I didn't select the base or the pillows to be my main. One of the reasons is because our base, okay, our stand here has symmetry. So that means, with the symmetry modifier turned on, I could mirror this whole couch. And then alright guys, really quick, talked about this couch here, and adding these two objects into one modifier, and then adding turbo smooth right on top. Okay, so when we add in all three objects and then we add in turbo smooth, okay, so if I just add turbo smooth to the stand here, I'm gonna get a shape like so. Okay, so which is kind of cool. I wouldn't mind keeping something like this on my couch because again, it's very modernish kind of couch, so I wouldn't mind keeping something like this on here. Okay, but if you just want the top two, what you want to do is not add this onto your selection here when you attach them. When you do the attach, you don't want to add this part to it. You just want to have these two, add in your turbo smooth, okay, and then if you need to attach it as a square, you can attach this in at the end, okay. But I am going to add my turbo smooth to this, and I'm going to say attach. I'm going to attach this guy too. So I have a smooth couch, okay? So again, remember, if you don't want this to be smooth, just don't attach it, and attach it after you turn this into a turbo smooth and collapse that into an editable poly, okay? I'm going to name this one couch, okay, so go UCH, and I'm going to do a quick file save. Okay, you should be saving your file often so you don't lose your work. Next, I'm going to open up my old apartment file again one more time. Okay, I'm going to do a quick file, import, merge. I'm going to click on the couch that I made, click open, click on the couch, click OK, and it's going to ask me, do you want to merge it, skip it, delete the old, or auto rename it, because there's a box in here named couch and I'm bringing in an object named couch. Okay, so I'm just going to say delete old, and I'm going to just say use scene material. Okay, so I'll keep the materials kind of the same. Okay, so it brings in the couch, deletes the old box out, so we don't need it. Okay, so again, you're only using this process to make it easy on yourself. So when you have a scene like this with a lot of objects in it, it's going to be harder to model at the same time and have high poly objects like this in your scene, while you can work on these in a different file and just bring it and then just bring them into this file, so it runs faster for you. So you can just, this is mostly to look at what the final result's gonna look like. It's your final project, your main project. So if anybody did art directing, you kind of would understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have my couch there and I have my light post there, so I'm gonna do a quick render of this and see what this looks like. Okay, so it looks clean, very nice. I like it. And there's our couch as it renders. So our couch, it looks pretty cool. I say it looks pretty cool. It's very very simple. Kind of just out there, it looks a little complex but very simple. So there you go, guys. The next tutorial will be covering a little bit more other furniture in the scenes.